Right, so this is the enclosure that my piece striata was in. I am recording this straight after the last video, so I've literally just cleaned this out, rehoused the big girl, cleaned this out and got it ready to set it up again. So as you'll see, we've got a load of clay balls in the bottom, so we've got a bit of a drainage layer, and I'm just dropping in. That might not be the piece I've cut. Here we are. Piece of mesh, just cut down to size, and next we go with the substrate. This is cocoa fibre topsoil mix. So step by. Yeah, there is a little bit of Irish peat, bog peat, or Irish peat moss or something in there as well. Not a great deal, but it just helps. Next, I've got this piece of cork bark, which I'm hoping will give a nice option for a hide there. And so yeah, all I'm doing here is I'm building up the substrate with some drier stuff that I had. This is probably more cocoa fibre than anything else. There is some sphagnum moss chucked in there as well in the mix, and there is a little bit of topsoil, but like I said, this had been drying out for ages and I just wanted to use that to build it up and make it just that little bit deeper for the spider that's going in here. It does like quite a moist sort of surface, so as you see here, I'm giving it all a good spray. I used the drier substrate. Really, I just wanted to give it the layers really, so it's got the damper lower area so it can burrow down at the back, and then obviously the moisture on the top. And as you'll see here, I do put some more moss in onto the actual scape itself, so yeah, as that gets soaked, that'll help keep the humidity up in there as well. And here I'm just adding some extra pieces of cork bark, and just again just to give the spider a few more options. And this one tends to sit out a bit in its current enclosure. It's just got a little plant pot turned upside down, but it does sit outside it quite often, so I'm hoping that it might sort of venture around in this enclosure and make the most of it. I mean, it is going to be it is a female, and it's going to be a big female once it's fully grown, so I'm hoping that this enclosure will sort of now become its forever home. I mean, I may change things up. I'd like to add some live plants at the back, but I just didn't have them at the time when I was doing this, otherwise they'd have probably gone, and I may add them later on. But we'll just see how it all goes really. And here I'm just really, if I'm honest, I'm at that point where it's done, it's finished, I've done as much as I can, but I'm just picking and playing with it before I actually put the spider into it. So yeah, we get things moved, I bring the tank over, and here we go, you'll see what it is. So there we have it. This is my Pamphobeteus cascada, or the cascada bird eater, I think I've heard these known as. Again, I say quite often I'm not very good with common names. There you go, she's a proper little hair flicker. One of those you only have to look at a tank and she'll flick hairs. So I wasn't messing around. Catch cup straight in and get her into this and get her shifted as easily and as safely as possible. So yeah, a little bit of prodding and poking, she went into the cup. Still flicking all the while. She was being careful now, just in case she started, but I just wanted to give you a slightly better view. And unfortunately you can't see the colours on the carapace at this point, but we will get a better view of them later on. So there she is, safely cupped. We move her to one side and get everything set up to get her into the new enclosure, so that's what it actually looks like inside. You see she's got that big log at the back. She's got about 6 to 8 inches of that goes under the dirt, so she's got a really good burrow option there. And the one on the right again is like all the way down, and then this one at the front would make a suitable hide as well if she wanted to, so she's got plenty of options. And like I've said, I probably will add some plants at a later date and give her some extra options in regards to hiding. So there she is, pretty stress free getting her in there, if I'm honest. Other than the flicking, she doesn't really give me too much hassle anyway. And there we are, close up view, you can see those colours on the carapace, quite a bright peachy pink colour. So yeah, I'll keep you updated. Thanks for watching, and we shall see you in the next one, or I will anyway.